what job will still be left after AI is taking over? This is something we're going to talk about today, and we will actually just try and ask ChatGPT. So I will just type in what jobs will be left after AI takes over. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. If you look at the results that we're getting, it tells us here, number one, jobs requiring human creativity, jobs that involve tasks that are difficult to automate, such writing, design, arts, will still likely be in demand. I mean, I don't think this is a pretty good answer, because clearly writing, ChatGPT just showed us how easy it is to write something. And you can just type into ChatGPT, write a children's book for me, including a character that is an animal and so on. So this, I don't think, is very good information. Design and art, I also don't think this is very good information, because clearly you can generate with, especially with Midjourney, so much art and so much paintings, pictures, whatever you want, you can generate by just typing in your prompts, and probably in some weeks or months just telling it to the engine. Then the second one would be jobs requiring human interaction and empathy. Jobs that require strong interpersonal skills and empathy, such as teaching, counseling, and social work, are very likely to be less taken over by AI. So some of the fields teaching, I'm not sure about that. Counseling, it depends what it is, I guess. But even if you think about a therapist, then the AI, in a lot of cases, just imagine you're sitting with a therapist and you're talking about your problems. And the AI will probably, if you give the AI all the data about you, the AI will probably be able to help you even better than a therapist. But of course, the empathy will not be there. And maybe because of this, the people will not open up that much. And this is why you still need humans to do that. So jobs requiring technical skills, jobs that require specialized technical skills such as software development, data analysis, and cybersecurity will likely to be continued. I don't think that this is true either, because like software development, already ChatGPT can write simple code. If you ask ChatGPT, for example, to let's just test it out. Write me some code for a calculator. Let's see what it comes up with. So it's still looking for the database here. Sure, here's a simple calculator code written in Python. So I'm not really sure why ChatGPT is actually giving me these answers. You see clearly here, it is writing all the code, and I just have to copy and paste this code. And there is even on the top right a copy code field where I can just click this code implementing. Yeah, see, it even gives me the step how to implement it. So if you look at the step 3 again, software developer, I'm not sure about data analyst. Clearly not, because the AI will know much better how to interpret the data. And yeah, I don't think cybersecurity will also be something that the AI will be much better to do themselves. Jobs require physical work, jobs that involve manual labor and physical work, such as construction, architecture, and maintenance. I think these are the other part. This is the other part of the artificial intelligence, and this depends on how fast the robots are developing, right? But if you look up some robots from Boston Dynamics, for example, I don't know if they've been renamed, but if you do a quick research for Boston Dynamics here, you will probably have seen this already, what you can do. Just bring down that.
Forgot my tools again.
It's getting scared. That was cool. If you look at this article, which is also about the 5 jobs left after AI automation, they say creating AI systems, training AI systems, managing AI systems, unique human roles. They say that same as the ChatGPT thing, that the social and all the jobs that need empathy will probably still stay much longer. If we look at the statistics, we even get more precise information. Jobs most likely to be taken over by AI. Of course, it's jobs like a cashier, a driver, a translator, stocking associate, custom service representative, bookkeeper, cleaner, bartender, waiter. Yeah, I mean, all these jobs you can basically automate. And this, I would say, is most of them is still, it's a mix of robots and artificial intelligence. And of course, the robots are also having artificial intelligence. But what I mean is like, for example, the waiter and the bartender and the cleaner, they will be replaced by robots having a lot of intelligence. And some jobs will be replaced like a bookkeeper by just artificial intelligence, because I don't need the person to be there to do something manually. We also have some other interesting statistics here. Jobs least likely to be taken over by AI. There is still the artist, which I am not sure about, as we have been talking in the previous part of the video. Musician, I don't think that this is also the case. I mean, it depends how you see it, right? With all the Midjourney and with all the programs that you can produce the art, so everybody can very easily produce the art now. So, but because everybody can produce the art, the competition will get very high. And if you can produce everything yourself, then you will not spend money for it. So I can't find the point why this should still be like a job, because job for me is something you get money. Otherwise, it's a hobby, right? A therapist, this is the only job, like the third one here, I can imagine, and this will be very good for you. And because just imagine a lot of people, at least in the next 2-3 years, I would say at least 50% will probably discover that they will lose their job soon or have already lost their jobs. So this will have a high demand because people need somebody to talk to. And also in the future, a robot will be not empathic, like we talked about. Police officer, yes, I also think that this will be true, but just for maybe 5 or 10 more years, because then we will have robot police. Doctors, or in the case of doctors, this will be a job that will stay much longer, because it's very hard to replace a doctor. It's a combination of knowledge and looking at the body. So it's probably pretty complicated to build a machine like that in the beginning. So lawyer, I don't think that this is true, because as you know, we have the blockchain, and the blockchain is basically replacing the lawyers. You just need the lawyers to look over or to, if there's something not right, to fix that. A nurse, yes, I think that's true. Electrician, yes, I mean, it would be too complicated in the beginning to build something like that, right? Later on, it would probably be built in a way that it can be fixed from everywhere in the world. And you don't need the electrician to go there. Mechanic as well. This is in the moment for the next years too complicated to implement. And let's look at one last statistic. So in this statistic, in what situations we welcome AI technology, you see the leading ones are cleaning my house, preparing my food, planning my budget and taxes and so on. And if we go down, it's like the least one is being in a romantic relationship with AI. So people can't imagine that. Now we will see how that will change over time. And you see as well, of course, here it's the female much more unlikely to be in a relationship with a robot. The male is 43%, female is 33%. So I hope this video was helpful and gave you a little direction what you should do, in which direction you should go. I know it's pretty hard to decide. No matter in what job you are, I would not recommend to just go and change it. There is a transition period in most of the jobs. This, I would say, will be between 2 and 5 years, the transition period. So, for example, if you work in marketing or in most of the jobs, you will have time to transition. But I would urge you to look at things that you can do. Maybe you can get more into artificial intelligence, try to understand it, and try maybe then later on you can manage it or to help develop it, or you going a different route where you take on a job that is empathic, or you become a nurse or therapist or something like that. So this is all for today. I hope it was useful, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye. See you.